Superheroes and villains. Now we're getting to the fun part, the actual meal prep styles. In this video, I'm gonna cover the different types of meal prep styles which go with every single superhero. So basically a breakdown of not every superhero, but most superheroes, their superpowers, and how you can identify with one superhero and use their specific meal prep style to attain a specific quality or trait about them, or if you just want to look like them. So first off, we're gonna start with the very own Superman, right? So he's very strong and powerful. He has a very strong and powerful physique. His superpower is strength, duh. And basically, if you want to look like Superman or you want the superpower of strength, you definitely want to meal prep like Superman. And this is basically the traits of Superman: is strong, powerful, and this is kind of like a very much bodybuilder kind of type of meal prepping method. There's a lot of meals, so there's a high meal frequency, and there's a greater load of meals overall. This is the stay flexing method, because if you meal prep like this, you're gonna be flexing all the time. You're gonna be in that mirror. You're gonna be checking yourself out all the time because your physique will be on point, like Superman's. So the number of meals per day is usually 6. It's a high volume of meals. The total number of meals per week is 42, because you have 6 meals a day times 7 days a week. That's 42 total meals. It always depends, because some people like to meal prep for only 5 days a week, and that's totally fine. So that would just decrease your overall meals throughout the week. So instead of doing 6 times 7, you'll do 6 times 5, which is a total of 30 meals a week, right? It's still 6 meals a day, so it's just a preference thing. So this meal prep style I did when I was competing for bodybuilding, and I found it the best for discipline, for lean muscle tissue preservation. I was never really hungry. I realized I was never hungry. My blood sugar levels were always balanced. I had a balanced mood. My metabolism was on fire, like all the time. It was the best for digestion because I was just giving my body drips of food every 2 to 3 hours. So it's the best for digestion. The best for energy. Smaller meals, more energy. Greater meals. The bigger the meal, the more digestion power it's going to take to break down that meal, and the more time that meal is going to take to break down. So, yeah, that's Superman for you. So if you're feeling Superman's vibe, and if you kind of want to be like Superman, I would do that meal prep. But I would advise, listen to all the superhero meal prep styles before you choose. You might be surprised which one you might identify more with. Up next, we have Batman himself. He is the Dark Knight. There's something mysterious about him. You don't really know much about him, but you kind of do there's something attractive about Batman. And his superpower is stamina. He has a very sleek and trim appearance, right? He's very lean. Slick, slim, long. But he also has good muscle proportion, which is why his meal prep style is best for problem solving and doing detective work, right? You really need to be on your feet. You need to be on your toes. You need to watch all your P's and Q's. What I found about Batman, he has this intense ability to just like he has quick mental power. Like, he's able to make decisions quick, act quickly. And I get kind of like martial arts type of vibe from him. I feel like low key, like undercover, he does some form of martial arts for sure. Yeah, this is the Dark Night of the Soul method. It's kind of like it's intense. It's similar to Superman. The only difference is that it's more, I guess, compact. Like, the meals are more variable and spread out throughout the day, because there is there is a less meals. So Batman, I would feel like, has like 5 meals a day as compared to 6. He's super health conscious, but he also is a detective and on his feet for most of the day. So he probably doesn't have the time to have 6 meals a day, but he still gets it in. He still gets it in. He's health conscious, so he has a total of 5 meals a day. He has a total of 35 meals a week. So this is basically his meal volume. It's best for that slim, sleek, and trim appearance. It's very sleek and compact. So this is best for travel, long days and nights, a lot of detective work, a lot of problem solving, right? It's very sleek, right? It's very professional, but still kind of like you're hitting your health goals, right? It's kind of it gives me very behind the scenes kind of vibes, mysterious vibes. So if you're resonating with Batman, then that's the type of meal prep style you want to implement in your life. Up next, super cool, the Avengers. This isn't specific to one superhero, but team, right? There's a big emphasis on teamwork, right? So the superpower of the Avengers is the ability to collaborate and work together as a team. This is best for families ideally, and the appearance I tend to get here is just like a puzzle, right? And how every puzzle piece matters. So basically, as the Avengers style meal prep is very team oriented, this meal prepping style basically promotes the best team or the best family unit. I say it's best for families because it promotes family bonding. It reinforces a positive relationship with food among adults and children in the household. It really helps build that family bond. Happy kids, happy wives. So if you're about that and you just want to be a proud father and husband, like this meal prep style is the best for you and for your family. It's going to make sure that you have sustainable meal practices long term, right? If we start out by introducing our children to these habits, the younger the better. Like, it's sustainable and it promotes longevity over time. So we want to make sure that we're focusing and emphasizing on that. Having food habits and food practices that really instills those values and standards for your children over time, because as they grow older, you'll no longer be there, and you want to make sure that they have these specific traits to rely on and practices. So in terms of meals, ideally, I would say 3 for the Avengers, right? It's not going to be more than 3 because it's going to be too much, right? You want to get just their daily traditional staples of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But again, this is the best for sustainability because since there's a greater number, right? This is a team style meal prepping, which is a benefit too because all hands are on deck, right? The number of meals per week is based on the number of individuals in the team or family. So let's say we have a team or a family of 4. It's going to be, so 4 times 3, that's going to be about 12 meals a day. And you just calculate that for the week. This is great because it's going to really just, while you're meal prepping, it's going to really help the whole unit and family and team. So you want to make sure that you take that into account as well. This is also best for stability, just creating a positive food environment as a whole. Efficiency, you want to make sure you're an efficient powerhouse and you're just basically utilizing your overall time, energy, and resources as the best you can. This is the best for relationships and connection. Nothing like having weekly family bonding of meal prepping, like, oh, we're all in this together for our health and for our longevity. It's a beautiful thing when families can come together and just do this for themselves. It's also best for spirituality, right? Food is very personal, so there are a lot of religious practices and dietary things, so this could be the best for that as well. Moving on to Flash. I like to call this the Flash Dash because this is definitely the fastest style of meal prepping, because there is no meal prepping at all actually. For Flash, he's always on the go and his superpower is speed, so he actually doesn't meal prep at all. He's just kind of like on the go. His appearance is very long and lean. With that being said, he has to be very committed to his overall nutrition plan, because since he's always on the go, he's gonna need that extra mental power to make positive food choices on the go. So his commitment is to have a specific, like, he knows how to scavenger hunt and how to get to his destinations very quickly. So he basically has a go-to list of healthy meal options that he basically gets from like the environments that he's in, right? The Flash Dash. So basically he's just able to grab and go the healthiest meal option that he has access to, and he basically has a plan of action and meals that meet his specific nutritional needs or macros, depending on where he's at. So you can do this by having like maybe something on your phone or a notebook that has specific restaurants or food stores that offer healthy meal options, and you basically just tailor the meals offered in that restaurant or store based on your nutritional goals. The key here is time. Always have it readily accessible. You don't want to do it on the spot. You want to have it ahead of time ready. Utilize your resources. Super important. You have to utilize your nutrition apps. So it's really good to have nutrition apps. There's billions of them out there, but make sure you have a plan ahead of time. That's key, especially when you have factors like pressure, tension, time constraints. Flash needs to be on the move and spot on every time. So Flash, his life is challenging, but he gets it done every single time. And I've been Flash. I've been all these superheroes at one point in my life, and I've learned all these skills from all these superheroes. So Flash is the best for limited food accessibility. Definitely if you don't have the best food environments, or just have food desert areas that don't have a lot of healthy meal options, you want to make sure you have a plan in advance. If you have limited heat spacing, if you don't have somewhere to heat your food, you want to have a plan for that. Roadrunner jobs or work, if you just struggle to, you have to be moving from place to place day to day, it can be tough, so you want to make sure you have a plan. Up next, the very own Wonder Woman is something I've developed over time. I would say this is where I'm at now, after going through so many different types of meal prep styles and superhero roles. We're up to Wonder Woman, and there's something about her that's just very grounding and intuitive. Like, her superpower is her massive intuition, her ability to be attuned to her own senses and her environment. Her appearance is very lean, balanced, proportional, and symmetrical. And there's a reason for that. It's because of her spot-on intuition and her ability to make food choices on demand and on command based on her own body's needs, right? Her traits of this super meal prep style method is the super intuition power method, and this is basically you're super attuned to your senses and your environment, and your meal choices reflect that, right? Wonder Woman juggles a lot of roles and hats throughout the day, so she has to be on her feet. She has to make the best choices in resonance with her own body's biochemistry, her own body's energy, and the energy of her environment, since her superpower is intuition. She has to be always attuned and connected to above, and this meal prep style helps her do so. The number of meals does vary since it is intuition based. Usually it's 4 to 6 meals based on her schedule or based on the overall need of the moment, right? Intuition, always got to be locked in with the moment. So total number of meals per week is about 28 to 42, depending on if you're on the lower end or on the higher end of number of meals per day. It's best for her meal prep style is best for intuition and really strengthening your relationship with God, source, universe, and just being able to really operate from that. It's best for body intelligence, really getting to know your body, how specific foods feel, how specific foods work with your body's nature. It's best for hormone balance. We all know how that feels, and your ability to give your body what it needs when it needs it is key. It's best for beauty. I definitely think so. Part of being a woman is our ability to embody beauty, not just externally but internally. And nutrition makes a lot of who we are, and our ability to honor ourselves and our body is just, it goes a long way for our overall quality of self and life. It definitely does have an energy and digestion boost since Wonder Woman is very attuned to her senses and her environment. She's able to basically make food choices in alignment with her overall energy tank and how her food choices will work in specific environments. Everything is energy. The flow of energy is different with every environment. So since Wonder Woman is very attuned to her senses, she's able to really make the best choices that resonate for her and her environment in that moment. This is also best for performance and energy. Wonder Woman's job is very, very demanding, so she needs to be on her feet and she has to have constant sustainable energy throughout the day to be able to perform her tasks and always deliver to the call of duty. And last but not least, Spider-Man. We could not leave him out. So Spider-Man's superpower is agility. We could see he's jumping from building to building. He's jumping on. He's always like moving around. His appearance is very sculpted. He's not the leanest of superheroes and he's not the biggest, but he's very sculpted. He does have muscles. They help him with his agility and helps build his agility. He has super strong reflexes and he has very keen spidey senses he relies on in order to fight crime. What you will notice with Spider-Man, because of his agility, he needs to have that quick muscle twitch fiber connection. He has to be able to utilize his muscles really fast. So survival of the fittest, right? Because he requires a lot of agility, he's gonna have to have that quick muscle fiber twitch utilization. So his meal prep style definitely does help promote that. He usually has about anywhere from 3 to 6 meals a day, depending on where he has to jump and hop through throughout the day. So that's a total of like anywhere from 28 to 42 meals a day. This meal prep style is best for task management, switching if you're in a position where you have to do different bursts of energy throughout the day, or you're switching gears throughout the day. This is your meal prep style. This is what will make you better. It will make you mentally sharper. It will make you more agile, more resilient, and able to bounce back from anything thrown at you throughout the day. So if that sounds like you, then the Spider-Man meal prep style is basically probably the most ideal for your lifestyle. So I definitely want to know your meal prep style and what superhero you resonate the most with. So just comment below what superhero you are, and if there's any other superheroes that you would like to be highlighted in the future.